So the upcoming session is on service ecosystem gap. So as EV numbers grow in millions, who's going to serve them? This session divides into shortage of EV technicians, the challenges of multi-brand servicing, and rural service gap. So we please welcome our moderator. Mr. T.K. Rajiv, a mechanical engineer, educator, and industry academy leader with over 30 years of experience in the technical education, skill development, and workforce transformation. Along with him, as the speakers, we have Mr. Shashibhushan. I'm sorry, one second. Where is it from? We have Mr. Venkatesh Gowda, the president of KEVMDA, and also Mr. Venkatesh C, the president of Auto Drivers Association. Auto Dealers Association. And we have Mr. M.H. Reddy, the founder and chairman of NDS Eco Motors Private Limited, a veteran automotive industry leader with over 30 years of experience in vehicle engineering. So I pass the mic to Mr. Moderator, Mr. Rajiv, to take over the session.
So good evening, everybody. Nice meeting all of you. So good evening, good afternoon, everybody in the panel. Mr. Venkatesh Gowda, Mr. Venkatesh, and Mr. Reddy. So here, as the topic goes, it says that who will serve the 10 million electric vehicles? So we have a lot of EVs coming up, and who will service them? That is the question when we say who will service the vehicles. Is that, am I audible to everybody? It's clear? So here we say that, when people hear the word technician shortage, there seems to be a lot of crisis. It appears to be there's a lot of crisis. But the reality here is that the opportunity is huge. The opportunity is huge, and the opportunity is growing, and it is growing across the men and the women, and in different age groups. If it's a working age limit is 18, and if you have no limit, even 60, 65, you see a job opportunity, and we are saying that the job is a growing opportunity. So if I have to say, I request each one of you to take us through this one. In the first place, if I may ask all three of you, would you really think that there is a shortage, or do you think that there is a growing need for people, and the growing need is varying from technology to technology? So how do you put it? Can you define that there is a shortage?
Hello. Good evening to all of you. It's a nice meeting you in this afternoon. Basically, see, this is if you think everything is a problem, but here is an opportunity. See, there is no problem here. See, ICE engines taken like 50 years of time to evolve into the different stages. But where EVs is not going to take so much of time, this fast evolution is taking. Second thing, technology is evolving very fast. The opportunities are going to be plenty. See, second advantage of in the EVs segment, today it's not like a physical strength what we required. It's required more on the analytical skills. It's more in the eagerness in the people, I need to learn something. Because the learning is the most important, because the attitude makes a difference here. It's not the age, it's not the gender, it's not the like a thing. Basically, ICE take, for example, started with the things and take a 6 years, 10 years to get the model to model change. Maybe taking a few decades to come to even ICE to hybrids. But whereas today you take EVs, it's getting changed every year. The technology is getting changed. The battery cells chemistry is getting changed. The analytical things are getting changed. Microelectronics are getting changed. So that's the reason here. There's plenty of opportunities are going to be there. But when we can see as an opportunity, there's going to be a humpty number of employment that can be created, and also there's nothing called as a new people only required. Even existing people can be migrated by way of training, and so that there's going to be a lot of opportunities rather than can say a constraint or shortage.
When it comes to the electric vehicle segment, we can't call it really a gap because this is an evolving field. You know, you have batteries are evolving, you have the electronics control systems are evolving, chassis are evolving. So more it is an opportunity in every area. Now, sir, Mr. Reddy, question to you. You have been watching 3 to 4 technology transitions in your career, from your Tesla years to the mid 2000s in the EV today. What genuinely is different this time about what a service technician needs to know?
See, basically here, take even initially like where the ICE started, there was a more on the like emission norms or efficiency of the fuel, or maybe the comfort levels. Because initially you see the vehicles are there, not much comfort, not much ergonomics, and not much safety. So those areas used to work on the thing. But whereas coming to even like when the first Tesla car, when they started, there are not many suppliers to work for them. They are international. They hired one company, service company, and they are trying to source globally parts who are ready to willing to work for them. So that is one of the opportunity where I was the CEO of IB Automotive. We had an opportunity. I got a call from Singapore. Then I said that I cannot able to travel. I traveled. Then they traveled here, and then we developed a product, and then we launched. And that's where the first Tesla cars, their volumes of, like they used to say, 600 vehicles per month. And no OEMs or tier ones, they're all enjoying with the millions of vehicles. Who is ready to work for the hundreds of vehicles? But today you can see the totally different. Same thing EVs even take 10 years back. It was totally different because not many of ACMA or maybe who are established players not willing to work for the EV segment. But today everyone is shown interest and they're all coming to the picture. And today technology mainly is not like earlier like you have a one product. The same product is continuing for the decades. But today is electronics and embedded technology and sensors. These are keep changing, and the technology is going to change every, I can say maybe every 2-3 years. But the same model is getting upgraded. That's why version 1, version 2, version 3, these are coming up. So the technology evolving, and even take like a safety, also most important, because we can say maybe 5 years back, we used to see every newspaper, there's a battery got fired, there's a vehicle got burnt, there's people died. These are the things. Because there may be minute level, even petrol vehicles used to get fired. But we used to give a negative focus. But today, it's not the case. Today, because of the safety has come in the picture, and you can able to predictive maintenance. Need not be breakdown maintenance. The predictive maintenance has come in a way of analyticals and the way of telematics and the way of the backend software can do analysis. So this is one of the technology we can say is evolving very fast. But Indians is having already, we are proven in the IT segment. So we have a good analytical skills. That's Indians' capabilities. So we can able to definitely go in a bigger way in the coming future in the EV segment.
Okay, that's very nice. So like, as Sir said, Mr. Reddy said very beautifully, the opportunities are evolving. It's evolving, that is the word I'm using, it's evolving. And so more and more people can think of having a bird's eye view into this. Now to Mr. Gowda. Sir, you have been trying to scale your multi-brand EV service center up to 1,000 centers. Now, where exactly do you see your problem? Is it in the capital? Is it in the real estate? Or is it in the people? If it is people, be very specific, sir.
Sure. See, the biggest challenge is not at all a capital or not at all the real estate, as you told, the buildings.
Mike.
It is not. Hello? Hello? The biggest challenge for the execution is not at all a capital or not even the buildings, the real estate. Ultimate, That is the main center point is the manpower, that is the technicians. So they are the real catalyst of this whole activity after sales services. So we have to skill them up because the present scenario, the available technicians, so-called mechanics, they are all expertise in the ICU. For the EV, there is a little skill gap. We have to train them, or we have to create the technician team who can really make up this happen. So that skill, the skill gap is there. The technician should be upgraded, they should be taught, they should be trained, not theoretically. Now the government is initiated in the ITA, diploma and BE as a syllabus, but it is in a very premature stage of the theoretical teaching. But exactly the present current scenario, to answer the requirement, immediately the organizations like Pride of Chronicles, these are all really struggling. They are putting their efforts and creating that ecosystem by training the technicians, because it won't need much more the mechanical, the great knowledge or any like engineering knowledge like IT field. Even the 10th plus, PUC plus, pass or fail, or in the ITA, the diploma holders who having a thirst and willing to learn, they can easily train up them the skill gap if you fulfill. So the organization should really have a paradigm shift in the technician training. It should be the main priority. The government, the policy, the industry players, organizations, and the training institute should really, they should go in a war foot and they have to give the training. The people are ready. Even the product is ready now. So money, it will come. The buildings, the workshop you can create the whole night. The only thing is to run up successfully, we need ultimately the technicians. They are the catalyst. We have to create them. The only thing is we have to train, we have to train, we have to train. The skill training is essential and needful.
Now when it comes to the real estate, I think you have solved the problem with your new, the closed cabin kind of a service thing. You have really solved that problem, it appears.
Yeah,
right?
Precisely telling, what happens even in the Karnataka, we are having a 30 districts and 224 taluk. The awareness is slowly growing in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. But now, compared to the commercial aspect, if you think on the commercial aspects, Bangalore is the real hub, where really the investors can earn some money. Compared to the Tier 2 and Tier 3 city. It is still immature, it is premature. So Bangalore is a very good market. But the constraint, as you told, the real estate. Tomorrow if you want to open a showroom for a sales, or triple a sales service and spares, or only for service and spares, of course you need a space. Of course real estate is a challenging thing. Being a startups, or being a dealer, or a franchisee, their whole 20 to 30% of the income will go on the rental part or the investment on the infrastructure.
Okay.
So to compensate that, so we built a system called container type of concept. Very easily you can remove anytime, anywhere. So and it is cost-wise also is very less. Because usually you can compare any mechanics, the traditional ICU mechanic shops, it will be above 10 to 12 only. 10 to 12 feet will be usually the one shop size. Maximum is 20 to 24. So 200 to 300 square feet is more than enough for any person to make a service, a repair of any vehicle.
So you're telling as big as the stage?
More, because we already have a proven track record.
Yeah.
10 to 20 is the maximum. There is enough for to take the wake up to start the process.
So this is quite a proof enough that how technicians' job has become simpler, and one needs to understand this. One needs to understand this, that it's become simpler, and men and women, boys and girls of all ages can really get into this.
You see,
now,
example,
sir, you have been saying.
1 second, I want to add one more thing. Earlier, if any vehicle get punctured, it was a big headache to find out the fellow to make it puncture repaired. But nowadays you can see the paradigm shift in such a way, each and every nook and corner of the petrol bunks, wherever you go, you will get a puncture shop, your puncture tire will be repaired. The same concept we copied here. Instead of doing the macro, we are going to the micro level. The small, tiny type of workshops can really helpful for end user. So wherever he go on the roadside services, if you get the EV care shop, just he will dump the vehicle, he will go and finish his work to metro bus.
Just one minute, sir. Now, sir, just to you, Mr. Reddy, Now there has been always a look, they look only at the college students, they look only at the engineers, they look only at the diploma people, they look only at the teenagers or the 20s and 25s. Why is it only that? If there's a skill gap, they can also look at retired people from automotive industries. They can also look at, dealers of, service people. It can be wide open, no? If there is a gap. Is that, say, with your experience in recruiting people and training people, what do you feel, sir?
Thank you for that. See, basically here, as I said earlier, the ICE vehicles are required, there's a engine to open, you have to lift the weights, you have to change the gaskets, oils, there's a physical energy required. And second thing, there's a routine work, because once you get a person trained, they'll be keep on doing the same work like that. But where in case of ICE, this is only thing is like, as I said, because it's not the strength required, it's not like a qualification, you should be a graduate or you should be a diploma or nothing. The person should have the eagerness to learn, something I need to do. When a person is eagerness to learn, and he can definitely able to understand the technology. Because here, one advantage in the new age vehicles of EVs, basically here, you have a lot of dashboard you can see, you can understand in the dashboard, you can do the analysis on the dashboard, and also you can see what exactly the problem is going to come in the future. It's not going to be breakdown and you need to analyze. You can maybe once in 6 months, once in 3 months. There's a BMS system is there, there's a controllers are all.
So just 1 minute, sir. So this gives us to the conclusion that age is not the thing.
Yes.
And you need not, anyone can really look at it. So I'm requesting the audience here that, even the people of all ages may consider to look into this as part-time jobs, as spare time, and, people who have who are wanting jobs, all of them can really look into this.
Even not only the old people, even women.
Women.
So this is not a physical related thing. Even women can participate in equally, comfortably. They can really become
and which is there now. We are seeing in the Instagram reels and all that, how women are getting into bullet servicing even.
Yes.
So, yes, sir. So, Mr. Venkatesh, sir. So you've been in the spares for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir? And you have seen all kind of spares coming up. Am I right, sir?
We are into IC engines. Now we Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Sir, now I just want Venkatesh, sir, give us a sense of scale. How has the demand of EV spares changed in the last 2 to 3 years, and where do you see the supply chain still struggling to keep up?
Yeah, that's a very good and important question as of now. Good evening to all of you. Dear friends, all of you are aware, most of you, without spares, the service cannot be done. Even there is a scarcity of technicians, yes, of course, we can understand. But equally, the spares supply is also, there is a huge gap. See, the OEMs, the recent days OEM manufacturers, they are not at all providing spares in the open market. So they wanted to make some kind of monopolization, and even with that also in showrooms also the spares not available. The Ola is miserably failed only because of the service and spares. And we have a lot of imported vehicles which is of a same kind of things. We have so many brands. It is look is similar, but the parts they are fitted is in each and every vehicle it differs. We can say in a batch to batch the spares are different. If the customer is coming, is asking from EV pure vehicle, I want this parts. We are not quite sure the same part is fitted in that vehicle for all the vehicles. Have you got my point? In one vehicle, batch to batch, whatever part was available, they fitted, they are given to the market. Those whoever is given the material in the cheaper rate, that material they have fitted and sent to the market. We don't know for which vehicle which part was fitted.
Yes, sir. So now having this problem in hand, how do you find that, and what kind of a trained person do you need there?
Sir, actually, the mistake has been done. What we can do, whatever is happened is happened.
Yeah.
But now onwards, we have to be very serious about this issue. The certification is, I don't know how these vehicles are certified and all, what is the base of this, what RI is doing, what the CAT is doing, what is 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 doing, what Indian standards are. There is no standard at all for anything.
Sir, are you saying that, now people who have these certifications, people like who have to join these kind of thing, should know these kind of standardizations and all that kind of thing?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Actually, it is not the mistake of the people. It is not the mistake of the manufacturer who has got the approval. But it is a system. It is the administration that actually the government has to place some kind of standardization should be there. Before giving the approval, they should give, this is the standard you have to follow. They have inspected one sample, they have given the approval. What the production is done and what is sold, there is no control over that.
Yeah. So this is another area where, education and training is required, where how an EV standardization must be required. And here also there's a lot of focus which is happening. A lot of organizations are working on the standardization part, right? So like in your mobile charger, you can put any charger on any mobile, C-type and all those kind of things. Yeah? It's become universal. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for giving us this idea.
Here, I want to add one more point which is left out here.
Yeah.
It is not only that is a proprietorship type of components the companies are doing. The main problem was earlier stage of the manufacturing, so-called assembling, was totally dependent upon the import from China. The maximum products who were launched here, they were all from China products. Inevitably they used to import the products and they sold it. Now they are facing a second issue of problem. Luckily, battery packing is happening in India, make in India. Now government is also making a very positive approach towards the make in India, the Atmanirbhar. And as you told, when problem comes, there is opportunity. If there is a problem, there is opportunity. So this is a great opportunity for our entrepreneurs and for the MSME manufacturers. Immediately we can start manufacturing the spare parts products. It's a great opportunity. Really, we can sort out the issue as for the flow.
Actually, the gap is in the innovation. The gap is that there's an opportunity in the job. That is what you will have to really consider. Anyway, to Mr. Reddy, from the manufacturer's eye view, what do OEMs actually want a fresh technician on day one versus a college think they want? So what does a fresh engineer, what does an OEM think should be of a fresh engineer?
See, basically, when the fresh engineers come out from the college, today most of the colleges, the curriculums, what they are teaching is like a marks and certificates. They are more focused rather than they are giving more to the practical knowledge. But here, what we can see, any OEMs, I think most of the OEMs, I think generally when they will take a freshers, we will see them as just raw material. And we have to mold them properly. Because how you mold them, the product will work properly. Just molding is not enough. There's a process like a heat treatment, surface treatment, all has to be done. That's where they become a proper, the life carrier they can do well. Here in the EV segment compared to ICE, one discipline is required. That's where the training and importance, because you cannot just play with the here, like a mechanical part, if you put one wrong part, it will not get assembled. Or you can able to stop the thing. But in EV, suppose instead of having a voltage, different voltage, you have different connections, there is a chance of getting a fire or those kind of things. One is the discipline we have to think. Second thing, even maybe we have to work with the academic institutions where they have to extend the internship or maybe in-house lab technician laboratory. They give the at least basic training requirement on the EVs, because today EVs is not there in the most of things. Even still old workshops are there. Once they can understand basically what is the EV, how it works, what systems, these all high voltage systems will be a different voltage. It works from the 5 volts to 90 volts. But any variation that come in the picture, they need to be discipline is very important. If they don't know, they have to understand properly, and they should know how to read the drawings and the diagrams, and then they have to work. So here, the freshers has to be, they have to treat as a raw material. Because raw material can be used for anything. We have to mold properly, and we have to process properly, and we have to make them to be fit to use.
Very good. So that's very nice. A few expertises have been highlighted here. Now, to all the three of you, let's size this very honestly. For every 10 million EVs on the road, how many trained technicians that actually require, and how many do we have today?
See, today, there is no numbers is available readily, but one thing is here sure. It's not like ICE, no, because as I told you, because if you do the 10 ICE vehicles, here you can do 50 EVs. Because ICE vehicles, unless you open the vehicle, you see the problem, the breakdown, then you can realize. But whereas you have a dashboards are available, you have a telematics are available, you can do the preventive maintenance, and you can come for the where you can plan and come for the scheduled maintenance, so that you can quickly do it. So the number of skilled people required less compared to the ICE. But today the new industry is a sunrise industry. So there is plenty of opportunities are there. All youngsters or even people who are already in the jobs, retired or whatever, they can have plenty of opportunities to learn and get into the system.
Well, I'll take up this point forward. To be precise, none of the mechanics are 100% perfect as far as EV is concerned. Maybe in some of the showrooms or IQ, the TVS, their skill level is there to repair their own vehicle. They may not be suitable to repair other brand vehicles also. So whatever this China vehicle, Makki, somehow they are managing to some old mechanics or those who is having some knowledge about these electricals, they declare themselves, because the person who is using it, he doesn't know anything, but whatever he says, he understands, yeah, he knows something. So like this it is going on. So to be perfectly, if you say, nobody is trained properly. So the companies has to come out. They have to give the technical know-how to the public to repair at least. They need not to leak out their inner secrets or whatever the research and development they have done. To the point of repairing those parts, they have to reveal the programs, everything. So this is not happening. I feel so.
No, my point is different. I'm very positive in that because I have a proven track record.
Exactly.
Since 3 months I'm taking 100 days, the startup company. So we are 100% we achieved our results. Only thing is, of course, the quantity is less, but technicians are expertised. It is not a very big rocket science also. Only, of course, there is a difference between some of the proprietorship of the company. Some people are having some technology aspects, and sometimes in battery diagnosing there is a little bit of constraints. Regarding the other things of repairing the service parts, there are expertise at the company. If we are giving a good salary, they are coming out of the company and we are taking them, and they are making a xerox copy, photocopy of the experiences. Of course, India need more than 1 to 2 lakhs of technicians immediately to resolve the issues right now.
Can you repeat that, sir?
Minimum 1 to 2 lakhs technicians we need pan-India level. Because approximately by calculation, we need 1 technician for 1,000 vehicles. Minimum. To run in a the longer calendar type, 500 to 1,000 vehicles, 1 or 2 technicians can manage the things in the whole cycle, the period of 1 year cycle. So if you calculate the 10 million vehicles are expected to complete in the another 2030, you can say, we need, India has got a potential, the target segment is we have requirement of more than 1 lakh compulsory the technicians. That photocopying is happening. The only thing is little bit of awareness and even earlier when computer came, the laptop came, mobile came, this was a constraint. Everywhere there was a problem. Now nook and corner you are getting the replacement of the tools and the people are ready to learn it. So I am very positive in that. So nobody can stop in that. Only thing is we are very premature. ECU engine mechanism took more than 70 years to get shapen up. We are very, since 10 years we are in this line of EV line. I think down the line of around 10 years, in 1 decade, 100% we are going to have this successful in the manpower also.
See, it's a very valid point and very accurately numbers being told. Now, sir, and very valid things said that especially in the battery diagnosis.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the battery diagnosis, the software checks charging stations is a real open for women. Real open for women.
Yes.
Right? Earlier days, the skill, please disagree if I'm wrong, sir, the panel.
You're right.
Earlier, there was a lot of skill which was required, but today the skill is done by the machine. And a lot of softwares are taken up. So here's a big opportunity. So what do you see the EV technician's role in battery diagnosis, software checks, charging systems? How much that is the physical strength versus precision and troubleshooting?
See, charging almost now it is solved. Now, as per the government policy, earlier it was a challenging. Each and every company used to have different of charging system. Now it is a universal, the penetration is there. But now that it is already resolved. The battery diagnosis also, after it become from NMC to LFP, the lithium, this thing, I think everything is adaptive. Only cells will depend upon the importing. Rest it is easily, it is not very physical inward thing, it is packing. Usually the ultimate thing is only we are packing the battery now. Nobody is manufacturing exactly the battery. With the battery cells we are getting from Taiwan or some other countries and we are packing over here. So in this industry, the women have got a great opportunity. I think more than 50% of the battery factory run by the ladies only, they are doing the packing work. So the battery diagnosis and software development, of course, the training, the opening up is going on.
One point just I want to add. See, earlier days is only the battery, you have only a circuit where charge, discharge and cut off. But today there is a BMS. It covers the complete cell balancing, cell voltage, temperature sensors, so that the damage to the battery or cells is preventing the BMS itself.
Correct.
If anything will go wrong, even it will cut off, so then the human intervention is required.
Particular cell will be
Particular cell, the human intervention is required only when there is a breakdown issue comes to. Before that itself we will come to know, yes, there is going to be some problem. So that's advantage.
Yeah. So the panel has very beautifully enumerated that the opportunity is huge. And it welcomes a lot of people, men and women from all backgrounds. Now, may I ask the audience if they have any questions to the...
Hello everyone. Good evening, sir. It was a very insightful discussion. My name is Sahana. I work as a Chief Officer for Knowledge Management and Policy with EcoConnect Services. So we work across the energy transition sector in skilling, simulation and also managed services. The question I have is the technology that is evolving with EVs. I mean, I have been in the sector for more than 8 years now. It is very fast-paced. Now you are skilling a person this year. The very technology next year could become outdated. How do we then manage this growing demand for the massive skilling force? And we have also provided technical advisory to governments I have worked with. The first question they ask is, especially the automotive hub states like Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra or even Karnataka, is that I already have a workforce here who is deployed in the ICE vehicle industry. Now, I cannot let them go out of jobs when I'm transitioning to EVs. So there is some upskilling that is required. Again, there there is a gap. With respect to the EV service technicians also, we all said that there are some skilling centers. There are a lot of skilling centers that are mushrooming, but they just end at providing certification, a bare minimum certification to the students. But the OEMs, especially the big OEMs of EVs, they're very, very guarded and protective about their technologies. So if I'm an EV, I do own an EV two-wheeler, and if I have to get it serviced, I have to go to the EV OEM service center only. There is no roadside technician to whom I can take it. And I'm also scared that the roadside technician might not know the details about an EV, given that the battery plays such a major role. And we have to agree that 100% of the BMSs in every vehicle in India is outsourced, is imported from another country. We do not have BMS manufacturing capabilities, which is the intelligence layer of the vehicle. So how do we really bridge this gap and make our EV technicians so skilled that, I see that there is an industry collaboration that is required, that OEMs themselves have to come forward and democratize EV servicing. So based on all these points, I would like to hear what your thoughts are. Thank you.
Are you answering?
I think, thank you for the question. See, first of all, like you said, no, the products, like most of things was earlier imported, just assembled, and by the time next time they will go for next batch of products, that product may not be there, whatever is available, that's the thing. There was no regulatories also in India. ICE, there was a clear regulatories. EVs, there was no regulatory. But now, last 5 years, there was some regulatories has come. AS recently regulations. There is also going to some standardization. Means what part should be, what need to be meet, all the requirements are there in terms of mechanical, in terms of embedded, in terms of software, and also sensor systems. The change is mostly going to be the version 1, version 2, version 3, like what is going to evolve in the future. It's not going to be more on the hardware side, maybe smaller hardware additions. It's more on the software side. So people to get trained well, and also once they have a proper system, I think easy to migrate from the existing people, like you said, ICE people, how can be trained to the EVs. Very small thing, can go to good surgeon and not surgeon, good doctor nearby. He will say, he will refer to whom to go, where to go later, beyond their limits. So these things are coming into stage now. I think maybe next 5 years we can see there's a lot of changes, and there's also systematic companies. Earlier people are just like opening and they're selling the vehicles, they're closing the companies, they're opening one more company. These kind of things was happening. But now it's not going to happen because government also taking some initiatives, and the regulatory body also going to come some more stringent norms. I think that is going to definitely help. And second thing, training also, I think a lot of institutions are involving, but still they have to, little aggressiveness required. Because the academic itself, they have to change. What is the EVs and how the EV system is going to work? Because the EV architecture is totally different than the ICE. EVs will work on the CAN and also will work with the telematics. So easy to migrate faster than the even like ICE engines, people take decades. But here will not take decades, only a few years.
I want to add here, madam. Basically, I am not an engineer. I am from the marketing background. I am from the marketing background. I am the company who runs the EV care service now, the new startup. We are into 100% solution for the present scenario, particularly for Ola products. Even we are able to answer all the queries. It's only a psychological phobia. That it is a big, nothing, already I told you it is not a big rocket science. Earlier, ICAT and ARI used to approve the vehicle on the vehicle basis. But now, as he told, the government policies are so strict, even the battery, each and every charger, all components should be approved from the authorities like AR and ICAT. And earlier the importers, they used to import the EV vehicles only excluding of tire, battery and chargers. Even from the day one of the EV adaptation, the tire is from the local make in India only. The battery is also from here only. Only the vehicle from chassis and other particles used to import. So nobody used to import the battery. Second point, see nowadays, earlier the companies who started their startups with their company, they thought it's a proprietorship concept. Nobody can penetrate, nobody can do the grey market. To avoid those things, they thought they started as a strength, but they made it as a weakness. But nobody can stop the knowledge. So now everybody know how to penetrate into the knowledge. It is not a big size rocket science, and we are able to do that. Practically, I am spelling. Practically, I am telling, we are 100% resolve the issues, including the battery diagnosis, the software issues also. It is very, only thing is we need some technicians, of course, who got already experienced. We are hiring them with a good package. We are copycatting the manpower, and we are able to do it. So really we are successful in that, and I hope that even the others should as a competitor, they should start the type of ventures in each and every nook and corner of the city, and they start the service centers.
Thank you.
No, contrary to this, actually, I agree with the madam. What is your good name, madam?
Sahana.
Sahana, madam. See, those days the manufacturers were thinking manufacturing vehicle and selling is our bread and butter. But ahead of that, they have gone, next service is also their earning media. Spares. And again, after few time, they thought spares also is a very good market, potential market, and they don't want to lose that market also to the outside market, the people. So they started with OEM spares, OES, and they want to capture that market also. So they want to monopolize. So that is also very important profit-making business for the vehicle manufacturers. So that is why this extended warranty, this kind of policies, it has come. Once the vehicle is sold, they want the customers to come back for the service for a longer period, and they have to fit their own spare parts. That is the idea. So here, vehicles, these days vehicles, may it be a IC engine vehicle, the BS61 or our EV, is no longer a only mechanical. It is a combination of, it is a mini computer on the vehicle, IT and mechanical. So always there is a software inside which can be monopolized. So that cannot be, if the manufacturer wants to reveal that secrets, combining that, we have to, if a physical part is there, that part is fitted on the vehicle. But to make it compatible, we need to break that software. The vehicle is repaired on by the laptop, not the mechanical.
Yeah.
Please, yeah.
So now with this onboard servicing and with the spares regulations and all that, things have become more reliable, and the knowledge level of people also have really come up. So, and the manpower, trained manpower has also come in, with thereby the servicing is becoming more reliable now. It's actually becoming more that fear.
Servicing is reliable, sir, but it is still under that proprietary ownership. Because if I have to avail the warranty for the vehicle, I have to get my vehicle serviced at the OEM service center. If I miss one servicing, my vehicle might be running good. But every 6 months or 1 year, I have to take it for checking at the OEM service center. Otherwise, my warranty becomes null and void. So that is a chance I wouldn't want to take as a consumer, right? So I'm saying there is a need to democratize this process. Somewhere the industry and regulations need to work on this.
Absolutely right. You gave the solution. You have the solution, you have the problem. Absolutely right.
Yeah, only one thing just I want to answer here, man. See, this is the vehicle moving on roads. See, here required even product manufacturing also required meet some specific requirements. And if anything happens, say for example brake or maybe the system, it's not going to affect the person who is riding. It's going to affect the multiple people. The multiple system can damage. When TV is not working, when refrigerator is not working, we'll feel only uncomfort. It's not working. But if the vehicle fails on road, it can lead for multiple accidents. That's one of the reason the regulatory systems also made very clearly. The OEM manufacturer, OEM means I'm not talking about only the vehicle manufacturer, including the component manufacturer, they have to follow the specific requirements, and they have to meet the regulatory requirements to ensure that the vehicle should not fail on roads. And also there is a factor of safety ensured each and every component. need not to wait for the till the last
Just
night.
1 minute, sir.
So this is only the one of the reason.
Yeah.
They need to keep some sort of regulatory control. It's not called as a monopoly, but here we need to have the discipline is required to be safety, to ensure that ourselves as well as the public.
1 minute. So since the uniformity is there, it's taken care of. What is it? Ground rule. So yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, ultimately, government have to regularize, and OEMs have to collaborate like EV kits. So it will become a very easy for end users. So this is the thing. OEMs don't have much infrastructure. EV kits providing the infrastructure. And government have to regularize each and everything. Before launching the product or before launching any vehicles, they search like what is the market and everything. All goes to the financial. They think like what benefit we are getting. After sales service, we are talking about China. Chinese people, what they do, though, before launching everything, they see like the market, after sales services, everything before they prepare. Then they launch. Here, what happened? Different departments are there, different departments, different responsibilities are there. So people go there, they'll just understand, they'll make it understanding, and they'll get their approvals and all. So different departments have to come together and discuss these are the issues, and then we can come into the market. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So with this, I thank the panel members, and I also thank all the audience. We are again available here, and any questions we can personally answer to you. I thank you all. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, organizers. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.